Hello, good afternoon and welcome. It's the 10th of December and it's the Commitment of Traders report, and we'll start as ever with the Australian dollar. Australian dollar has moved very nicely down for us, and as we've moved down, obviously we've come off the highs and we've bounced the last couple of weeks, but I think we're due quite a big fall now. And if we just have a look at the charts, we've come down passed through support, and I think we're going to move down nicely. If we move below the 30.9, we're just going to continue going down. So and we got a commercials short ratio of 2.21 to 1, and a speculators long ratio of 1.93 to 1. So we've had quite a nice move down. I think there's about another couple of hundred pips to come out of this move. We'll see how we go next week. Yeah. Next, we got the British pound. The British pound, we're below the zero mark. This, if you look at a 3-year chart, this is about as bearish as the commercials have been for the pound for well, 3 years basically. Up here where we went bearish before, we saw this really nice fall down, and we got bullish, and we've seen a nice move up, and now I think we're going to see another move to the downside. So if we have a look at the charts, the pound chart, yeah, we're short at 134. I'm looking for this to move down to the 129 mark. We have a commercial short ratio of 1.27 to 1, which doesn't seem great, but it's as short as they've been for the last 3 years. We're looking nicely down on the RSI, and I'd like to break below the 50. Canadian dollar, we've come down off about the 83 mark, and the commercials were basically extremely bearish, and we've moved down now. We're around about the 78 mark, and I'm expecting an even bigger move down. We'll see the price of the oil fall, and the commodity price with the slowing in China. This should also fall over the next 12 months, and we'll see how that goes. Let's just get the, here we go, USD Canadian dollar. So we're looking for this pair to long. So it's short the Canadian dollar, long the pair, and we have a commercial ratio of 2.43 to 1 short, and the speculators are 2.77 long. So we are looking for a move a lot higher on this. You know, I think it's going to come up to recent highs, about 134, something like that. We'll see how that goes anyway. This has entered basically into a 5-year extreme position. If I go onto a 5-year chart, you can see this is a 5-year extreme position. The commercials are bearish, the euro, and I think over the next 12 months we're going to see a lot of downside on the euro. So if we go over to the chart, we've been up at recent highs of about 1950. We've started to come down quite nicely. I think there's a lot more downside in this. I've got my trades in. It's a positive swap, so it doesn't cost you anything to leave your trades in. We've got a commercial short ratio of 1.65 to 1 and a long ratio of 1.85 to 1, and we're below the 50 on the RSI. A bit flat mind, but we are below the 50. So we'll see how that goes next week. But long term, I'm looking for a good short on the euro. Japanese yen. Japanese yen. I think I might go onto a 3-year chart here and just have a quick look. We've come down off the highs, and we have still got a fairly bullish extreme for the Japanese yen. So we are expecting a lot more strength in it. Yeah. Right, Japanese yen. we have got a quite heavily bullish position on the Japanese yen. We have seen a little bit of a pullback, and the Japanese yen was actually uh, uh, falling a little bit last week, and we haven't seen more buying from the commercials yet. So I think we might really, this is the chart. We've had two really nice candles up. I think we're going to see weakness. I've got my trend line on the RSI, so I'm waiting for this to break back down through. I altered my trend line, and we did break through, and I put this trade in here, small trade, but I am expecting a lot more strength in the Japanese yen over the coming 6 months. So we have a commercials ratio of 4.14 to 1 long, which is obviously short for the pair. So we're looking for a turn back down. I think we might just get up to the outer Bollinger Band and then bounce off back down. So just looking at the commercials position on the commitment of traders report, we have quite a bullish position taken by the commercials. The last twice that we've had this bullish position taken, we've had this nice long move up. Again here, we've had this nice long move up. And again, we are getting a bullish position taken by the commercials. And from the CFTCs, I would expect quite a large upward movement. If we follow down through, we will have to take on the commercials, they will take an even more bullish position. So we'll see where that goes, but I am expecting I'm expecting a turn up in the New Zealand dollar, to be quite honest, because that's what I'm reading on the commercials. We'll look at the USD index. Again, I'm going to look at say a 3-year chart on this, and you can see this is an extremely bullish position that the commercials have taken. So we had this bearish position that was about 12 months ago. We've fallen down nicely, and now we're starting to take a really bullish position, and that has been over about the last 10 weeks. So I am expecting more of an upturn in the US dollar. Mexican peso, we do have a bearish position here. In fact, go onto a 3-year chart and we'll just have a quick look at that. Yeah, Mexican peso. This is like a 3-year extreme bearish position by the commercials for the Mexican peso. I did have a trading down here, which I've taken, went up. I took it more or less at the top. I might just re-enter it long the USD Mexican peso. So we'll see how that goes. Energies, crude oil. Again, look at a 3-year chart. This is a 3-year bearish position on the by the commitment of traders for crude oil. So we'll see where that goes. But I have got a couple of trades in profit with that. Metal, silver. The silver, the commercials have come right off the bearish stance. In fact, I've got most of my trades in profit on silver, so I'll be selling those trades when the market opens. So I'll be neutral on silver, and we'll see where the commercials go with this, and I'll take another position on that. Stock indexes, the S&P 500. Yeah, well, the commercials are very bearish, the S&P 500. We've just had another little bit of a rally back up to fairly close to recent highs, and the commercials have taken a very bearish stance on it. So we will see where that goes. Okay, well, that's all for this week. Hopefully see you again next week, and happy trading for the coming week.